Hello, folks, and welcome to Fandango Friday. And on Fandango Friday, we review any liquor or liqueur brand. Extremely expensive, mid-price, cheap as heck, doesn't matter. If it's a liquor or liqueur, you can bring it and we'll look at it and you can present it and tell us what you think about it. And if there's a website link, we'll show it. Now, I have a product that does not have a website link. This is Rich and Rare Apple. Rich and Rare Apple, which is Canadian whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color, 35% alcohol, and is bottled in Kentucky by the Sazerac Company, as it says on the bottle. Now, the label has a crown for King Charles III, King of Canada. The R&R, Rich and Rare Original Whiskey, introduced in 1962. Two lions holding up the crest. It's cold. It was in my freezer. These kind of whiskey liqueurs, you want to have them dead cold. And at 35% alcohol, they're not going to freeze. There's the cap. Hello, Elbow 88.
Cheers, Ron. Good to see you.
You too. I was just showing the product I had. Rich and Rare Apple, which I found for somebody had it for $7.99, which is cheaper than anywhere else. So I bought it. Canadian whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color, coming in at 35% alcohol. And I'll put that in the banners right now. I'm in Louisiana and Elbow is in Florida. How did it go with the storm?
Oh, got a lot of rain, which is okay. I'm not that close to the Gulf, maybe half an hour away, but
Okay.
20 minutes away. But yeah, just a lot of rain. Luckily, the winds weren't too bad when it was near me. I'm like right around St. Petersburg area. And as it went further north, it gathered a little more strength and became a hurricane. But I'll knock on wood again. Luckily, just had some yard work to do, picking up branches and whatnot. But not so bad. I got lucky again, so happy about that.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad it was a category 1 and not a 5.
Yeah, exactly. Tonight I'm bringing in another RTD, ready to drink cocktail. This is from the Absolute Vodka people. It's called Absolute Pineapple Martini, and it's 10% ABV, and it says made with absolute vodka and natural flavors. So I'll give it a try. I haven't tried this variety yet. I bought this 4-pack here. So there's 4 different.
Yes, I've seen those around.
Yeah. So I already had the berry vodka on the far right there, and now I'm trying the pineapple martini. A couple of these are 7% ABV and a couple are 10%. This one is a 10%er. So we'll give it a try here, see what it's like.
I think yeah. So we're doing. I think those 12 those variety packs are your best bet because you get different varieties and they don't cost a fortune and you get to try them out.
Right. So I got my highball glass here with ice on the rocks. Yeah, I can get that pineapple aroma. Now they say they use real fruit juice in this mix, so natural flavors and colored with fruit juices. So and it's made in Canada. It says product of Canada. So even though Absolute is out of Sweden, I guess somehow they found a distiller in Canada to can these. But
Well, you know, these companies, they got their branches all over the world, you know.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So anyway, cheers, folks. Happy to be another Friday here. Yeah, it's Herbie. Cheers, man. So
All right.
another Friday Fandango. So we'll start off the weekend.
Now we got somebody in Louisiana called Not Reese's. Now, I'll just show you mine real fast. Mine is, as you can see, caramel color, which makes sense because it's color with caramel. It would probably be a lot paler without that color, but they want to give it a strong whiskey, you know, whatever appearance. Okay. Now,
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers. Not Reese's. Today we are looking at a peanut butter whiskey. This is from the great state of Florida. It is says it's Copper Kiss charred oak barrels. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Copper Kiss is. But this is from Loaded Cannon Distillery. Carlitos Revenge peanut butter flavored whiskey. So if you look at it real close, there are some chunks kind of floating around. I don't know if y'all can see that. There may be a little glare coming off of the bottle. Not much I can do about that. But yeah, it seems to have a whole lot of like fragmentation going on inside of it. This is what says caramel color added. It says the golden age of piracy was between 1650 and 1720. Thousands of pirates roamed the seas, many on the sun coast of Florida. Join the crew of the great ship Loaded Cannon and journey back in time where you'll learn some of the forgotten stories worthy of being retold. I don't understand how this is going to bring back forgotten stories, but everybody's got a shtick, right?
yeah.
It says, we are proud of what we have created for you, and we hope you enjoy it with your friends and family. Many distilleries say their spirits are handcrafted. In addition to that, we like to say ours is homegrown and copper kissed. I don't know what that means, other than the fact that maybe they're using a copper distill.
Yeah,
Who knows?
maybe. Yeah, a little bit of, maybe some of it's from a
There's
copper.
a whole lot of like copper lookingness going on with this, but you know, hey, it's one of those fancy story, fancy labeled, fancy, you know, things. So, you know, I'm gonna go open this up and see what it's all about. It is coming in at can't find the ABV on it. Assume it's 70.
Oh, it'll be on there somewhere.
I'm not seeing it anywhere. Seems to be hidden for some reason. Looking. Just give me a minute. Looking. Sorry, guys. I should have did this before the show started. I don't see it anywhere. Could you go ahead and run this? Do a Google search on this. See what this is. Oh, wait. 35% alcohol per volume. So it's your typical half whiskey, half liqueur type beverage. So, all right, that came off. It appears as though there is a screw top. I think it's a screw top. I don't know because I've got to pull more of this off. It is a cork. It's one of those new corks.
Oh, yeah. Neoprene, yeah.
Yeah. So the cork smells like peanut butter. All right, so it's got a nice whiskey color, and of course, see what happens. Yeah, it's coming through kind of thick, like a liqueur. Those little floaty things seem to have gone back into the liquor itself. Must be some kind of separation going on. I have no idea. When it sits, they kind of come about, float around. When you turn it up, they go away. Appearance is golden. The nose is peanut butter. And that's about all. It smells peanut butter.
Okay, we're going to come back and show the website in a moment. So now we have Whiskey Scout. I think.
So you were a Boy Scout at one time? Eagle Scout? Cub Scout?
I think he's freezing up a little bit there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Indian Scout?
I want to show what I got, then I'll exit out and come back in. Hopefully, it'll be a little better. Redneck Riviera whiskey.
Ooh, seen that
Oh,
around.
yeah.
I did a review on the.
That's an eye area.
Yeah. I've did the review on the full bottle I had a few years ago. So anyway, 95% American light whiskey aged 2 years and 5% whiskey aged at least 1 year. I forget what Redneck Riviera is. I can't remember where it's
Florida is the Redneck Riviera.
Florida. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I was thinking South Carolina or Florida.
Florida.
Well, thanks. Because I was not sure.
Well,
Anyway,
the phrase was coined a long time ago before it became officially out there. I
Okay.
lived in Florida back in the 90s, and we called it, just out of jest, the Redneck Riviera.
Yeah, I could see. Work hard, play hard. That's John Rich's. He's the one who.
It actually goes back to some of the southern bands that were from there, like Leonard Skinner and
Oh, yeah.
those types.
But this, like I said, this John Rich's money's back, the brand and everything. Sorry for the yawn. Sorry I was late, but I had to personal my daughter.
And they were from a group called Big and Rich.
Yeah, Big and Rich. They sang that. Save a horse, ride a cowboy, or something like that. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah. They played at the baseball games all the time.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, there's the proof. 40% alcohol by volume, which is what I kind of thought it would be. Anyway, where are we at exactly? I'm sorry.
Okay, just introducing. I think their tap room is in Nashville, but they most of their products are probably sourced. I guess I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We are just in the beginning of this, so we're still in stage one.
Okay, I was making a sandwich for my daughter and everything, and trying to get her settled, and thought I'd be a little late, but I was.
That's okay. All right. Now we got Beverage Ramble joining in from Georgia.
Hello, Robert, Dave, Elbow, Mr. T. Happy Friday.
What's happening,
Hello.
John? Happy Friday to you.
Good. All right. Hi, guys. Hello, everyone, North America watching and around the world. I have today Burnham. You see that? Kentucky Straight, original. Kentucky Straight, Burnham. Kentucky Straight wheat whiskey. Comes in age 7 years. Small batch.
Yeah, Bernheim.
Excuse me.
And that is what percentage?
90 proof. So
Heard of it. I've seen it. I've never had it, but I've seen it around.
through Heaven Hill Distillery.
Yeesh, boy.
So
90 proof. You said 90, right?
90 proof, yes, my friend.
All right. We'll bring that up. That'll be an easy website to find.
Yes, Heaven Hill. Chasing it with Budweiser.
Really?
Big Budweiser. Big Budweiser.
It's been a long week, guys, and today was a hot one. I need to relax.
Don't we have the same number of days every week?
Some days are
curious.
longer than others,
Yeah.
metaphorically.
A long day. So there it is.
Touche.
I got my stove too.
All right. Now, a cigar.
Yeah. And then when I get done, I'm gonna go take a nice drive around the country. Whoop, whoop.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Now I'm going to tell you, he's
I'm just
kidding.
messing around.
Now I'm going to smell this. This smells like I'm not going to show you a website because there is none. It smells like tart green apples. Cheers.
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 Cheers. Hey,
This is not on the Rich and Rare website, is what you're saying?
There is no Rich and Rare website. There's a Sazerac website. There's Sazerac, but they only show the Rich and Rare Reserve. Yeah, they only show that one. It tastes like, okay, I'll tell you what it tastes like. Listen carefully. It tastes like tart green apples, sugar. You know they're going to sweeten it with cane sugar. And it tastes like some kind of spices. Like I'm thinking they might have influenced it with a little bit of cinnamon, perhaps. The body's medium. There's a little syrupiness. It was out the freezer, but when they start to warm up, don't let them warm up. And
So do you taste cinnamon? You
Yes,
said
I think
cinnamon, perhaps. Do you taste cinnamon?
I think so, because I don't see how an apple.
Then retract the statement. If you either taste or you don't taste, you don't think that you taste.
I
So
think
you
I
have to
taste.
retract that statement.
I think I taste cinnamon, and I don't really taste the whiskey.
You got
They're
the COVID again or something? Oh man.
I don't really taste the whiskey. They must be using like a very neutral Canadian whiskey, like maybe Canadian. What's that one? Canadian Mist. But
LTD.
Well, no, that's not really neutral. Canadian Mist is kind of neutral flavored. But I'm just telling you again, tart green apple, sugar, and some cinnamon spice, perhaps. And because I don't see how apple would make it taste like that. And then the finish is semi-sweet or mostly sweet, I should say. If you have this mindset that you want to drink a whiskey,
Jay, have you been around Noel? Is that why you cannot taste the cinnamon, but you detect it?
I can taste it.
Has Noel been in your area?
Who?
No.
I don't know who Noel is.
Mr. Lyles. Has Mr. Lyles been around your breathing area?
I don't know who you're talking about.
The runner that just won the 100-meter gold medal in the Olympics?
No Lyles.
Right.
It might have been.
Gold.
He may have been. I don't know who that is. But anyway,
there was controversy. They showed up to the 200-meter run with a mask on, and they're like, "Why are you wearing the mask?" And
He had COVID.
Later, he falls out. He falls out after losing, coming in third place, which to me is not a lose, but he did not achieve his ultimate goal of coming in first. And then he blames it on that.
What do you want, Ron?
You're calling EMS out. You're giving him all kinds of like CPR. I was just wondering if you guys were in the same neighborhood, because he probably was
watching.
Cinnamon.
I don't think that has anything to do with. But so like those are the three tastes and components: the tart green apple, the sugar, and possible cinnamon. It has a medium body, a little syrupiness as it warms. You don't want to let them warm. And mostly a sweet finish. Now, if you want to drink a whiskey that is,
I'm not detecting.
if you want to drink a whiskey that is apple flavored, I guess you might want to. I bought it. It was a good price.
Richard,
$7.99 for the bottle. $7.99. It's enjoyable.
What year?
I bought it about 3-4 months ago, something like that.
You have to admit, Jay and Dave and Robert and Elbow, I don't know if you agree, but Rich and Rare is a really good product for the price for Canadian whiskey.
For the price. Okay.
You don't think it's a good product?
You'll never get me to admit that.
Tested positive for COVID.
Jay's not a good product.
Model.
Jay might like it. I've had it, so I can.
Rich and Rare, I mean, it's kind of so, but Rich and Rare Reserve. Now the Rich and Rare Reserve.
It's still Black Velvet. Okay, so let's get it straight. All right.
I don't like Black Velvet.
It's no WD brand, so let's get that straight.
Oh yeah, that thing is a wreck. That's a train wreck. Did
it come in a glass bottle?
Yes, it does come in a glass bottle. The Rich and Rare Reserve, I really like the Rich and Rare Reserve.
You did? In a glass bottle? Oh.
The Rich and Rare Reserve, I really like it because I think it's a good competitor to Crown Royal. Rich and Rare, the regular Rich and Rare, I can live without that one from 1962. It needs to go. It's okay, but I'm not a fan of it really. The Rich and Rare Apple, if I wanted to drink an apple whiskey, and I guess I never really would want to, but if I did want to, it would be something to grab. Now, I cannot compare it to Crown Royal Apple because I've never had it. I have no reference point. But this is fine. I would recommend it.
That you would use Crown Royal Apple as the baseline of all Canadian whiskey apples.
I would, but I've never had it, so I can't.
I would recommend your imaginary baseline. Okay, just wondering. Just trying to figure this out. This is almost like the cinnamon aspect.
I would recommend this product, especially for $7.99 a bottle. Now, so that's it. I'm going to give it a good score. I mean, I'm not amazed by it, but I'm very pleased with it.
Baby, I'm amazed by you. Sorry. Go ahead, Elbow.
Okay. All right. Tonight I'm having a absolute pineapple martini. And I've got it poured out here in a glass. It's like a little bit of a golden color, a little bit of yellowish there. And like I said, you can smell the pineapple aroma. It is tasty. I'm enjoying this drink. It's smooth, very refreshing light type of beverage. There it is. Cool. Absolute pineapple martini with our range of absolute cocktails featuring, and yeah, they got 3 other kinds. I bought this 4-pack here. They generally run about $2.50 per drink. You can get a 4-pack for $10, or an 8-pack for like close to $20. But it's quite refreshing. I'm enjoying this. It's the first time I've tried this flavor, and it's good. It's a 10%, so you're getting some ABV there, and it's a good summer drink, I would say, if you're out cutting the lawn. And,
okay, all right. After work, after the lawn,
yeah, there you go. So anyway. I'll give you my score on it next time around, but I'm enjoying this. I'm glad I picked up this this mix pack, this 8-pack or whatever, and yeah.
And elbow. When you drink it, you find out after you've cutting the grass. Hey, who pressure washed my house?
But do you agree that cold is where it needs to be?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I've had this in the fridge, and definitely drink it on the rocks. with plenty of ice. And or I guess you could drink it right out of the can if it's cold, but I prefer to have it on the rocks in a glass, and it's quite tasty for these hot summer days. So anyway, cheers, oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Oh, Dave, yeah.
All right. Now we are looking at a peanut butter whiskey from the Dirty Coast. This is from Florida, somewhere around St. Pete, Tampa area. I don't really know. I'm not looking this up. It's an interesting, Saints inspired black and gold or copper. It does make mention of copper stills on here, or alludes to that factor. This is coming at 35% ABV. Like I said before, cracked this open. There was kind of floaties running around. Didn't really know what that was all about. But yeah, it's a story about pirates and Caribbeans and all that, and which is contrary to pirates drinking rum. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Everybody knows that song.
Captain Jack. We'll take it.
Yeah. Right. So the appearance is whiskey color, kind of golden to a slight amber on the nose. Very, very peanut butter. It's almost like a peanut butter custard. And that's pretty much all I'm picking up off. This is peanut butter. It's like peanut butter, like the real peanut butter, like the peanut butter you pick up in a container at your Whole Foods or whatever, organic, whatever. And I remember back in the day, you used to get it. There were two kinds of peanut butter. It was Jif, and it was the ones that had the oil on top. And we were like, we don't want the ones on oil on top. We like the ones with oil already mixed in it. But as we get older, we realize that the ones with the oil on top is more healthier for us. So, yeah, it's got that really strong peanut butter flavor to it. I mean, peanut butter, not Jif, not anything like some real, I just put the peanuts in a grinder and grind it down. It's got a really, really strong peanut butter presence. Cheers. I'm going to taste this. Let y'all know what I think. Well, I'm going to taste.
Cheers.
It's peanut butter. It's everything. It's like the shell. It's like everything is just there. It's like they took everything with the peanut and just grinded it all up. It's almost like a little earthy tone with it too, as well. The alcohol is low on the palate. This one will run away from you. It's good. It's just if you like peanut butter, you're gonna love this. Love it, because it is just peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
Me too.
I'm not really tasting any whiskey off of it. So
Did they use the Great Value brand peanut butter?
doesn't really say what.
No,
You know what?
He just told you that it was.
Judging by the direction of how they went with this whole marketing scheme on this, I would say that they ground their own peanuts,
Okay. That's
or they
Wait.
stored.
Wait, you said
Silly,
you
I'm
couldn't.
silly.
You said you couldn't taste whiskey. So are you sure this is made with whiskey? Are you sure? I think that we need full disclosure, because you didn't say, you don't know that, so you're guessing. I didn't know that it was cinnamon, so I must have been fantasizing, and so you're fantasizing. It's not really whiskey. No, that's just a ghost. They wrote that on there. That's just fake. That's fake news. That's the Russians did that. That's Russian media. No,
Does yours actually have cinnamon label on yours?
no. I was interested in this product because I was interested in this company because while you were talking, I was looking at their website, and they make a rice whiskey. I would like to try their rice
Oh
whiskey.
yeah. That's probably be a lot like a.
And it's a Florida rice. It's rice that they get from Florida. Their corn they get from Florida, and their rye they get from Florida. So that's pretty interesting.
Did they get it from the farmers market or where did they get it?
But yeah, sure. No, obviously from a supplier that grows a whole lot of rice, corn,
Well,
and
I
rye.
do know in our area you can go to the West Wego fish area and they'll sell you shrimp. It says Gulf shrimp. Well, I'm here to tell you, my friend, all shrimp come in Louisiana, whether they're foreign or domestic, come out of the Gulf.
Yeah, but you would have to have so much rice to make rice whiskey. You couldn't buy it from like a farmer's market. You'd have to buy it from a bulk supplier. But anyway,
Man, they probably just go to the store somewhere and get their rice.
yeah, okay. So you all right. So you're
in
in
the same thing. You can get Louisiana rice at the store. You know, big giant 50 pound bag. You go to Sam's, get it says Louisiana rice.
No, there's no way distillers are buying rice at the store. Okay, but anyway, thank you. And now on to Robert. They're buying it from
Bob. Bob.
Yeah. Okay. So you have a product, and I have to add it, and I forgot to put Redneck Riviera in the listing, so I'll do that right now.
You got a redneck at us.
That's all right.
Now, what's the ABV on this one? Red
40%.
Oh, okay.
Verified 40%.
Blended whiskey.
Sorry.
Now their website is kind of problematic. Like you'll see when I show it to you, like it's kind of not really user friendly. Sort of like the one that we were just looking at with the one from Florida. It just makes it hard.
Which one from Florida? We got two Florida recommendations.
Well, the one you were doing, it was hard to navigate.
Well, if you're gonna work hard, play hard, you better drink this fast so you don't taste it.
Oh my goodness.
Girly girls.
All right.
Who's this guy?
I get grain whiskey with just a little bit of like almost like they added oak to it.
Vanilla?
No, essence of oak. You see liquid smoke. Well, somebody's got a bottle of liquid oak they poured.
Oak extract. Yeah.
You know what? I'm thinking exactly what you're thinking.
Oh God.
Essence of oak.
There is maybe a little vanilla in there, but I sure don't get no honey. And that oak is not subtle.
We're all in the take, brothers. We're all in the take.
Okay, that's it. That's the nose. It's not very complicated at all.
Well, wait, Whiskey Scout. They said it's comprised of the choicest spirits made in the USA.
I know.
Yeah. And I got some beachfront property in Arizona I'll sell you too.
Now, this guy, John Rich, said, my team and I worked tirelessly on the creation of this whiskey.
I'm glad. He needs a better team.
You saw his team.
You get the honey in the palate. And I swear the honey's just added to it. I don't think the honey's part of it at all. I remember now. I've had this and did a review on this with my wife some time ago. Now everything's coming back. See, I did not buy this bottle. After I bought that other bottle, I was regretting it. I gave it to some younger fellas, we'll put it that way, that were working on the house that I didn't want the bottle. I said, you guys are welcome to it. I do that frequently as a kind of a tip. if I saw you to work on the house.
That's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it.
If I ain't got a whiskey I like, knock yourselves out.
I like it, so now you get it.
You do get the honey on the palate, and maybe just a touch of vanilla, but the honey comes across as it's added. It's just like the oak. The oak is so. Maybe they're like boiling the whiskey in oak chips. It is not. It does not come across as completely matured in oak barrels. If it is, it's not matured very long, so they've had to add some sort of oak flavor to compensate.
Oak extract. Now, Whiskey Scout, you want to read what it says on the finish?
Yeah, I'll read it. The result is a masterful blend of two shit whiskeys, one bringing the sweetest of grains and malt, and the other a nasty barrel finish. The other a sweet whiskey that tastes like crappy corn
Rewind a little bit.
you enjoyed
What?
at the state fair as a kid. Both whiskeys spent just the right amount of time, which was never long enough, aging. The combination of the mash bills consisted of Midwest corn, well, that's positive, a little malt, a little
Midwest.
rye, and makes a damn fine spirit that's good enough to shoot, sip, or mix. Trust me, you're going to want to mix this heavily. Not. I don't like I like the guy's mottos and themes in life. John Wrench. It's nothing against him. This is just not. It's shortcuts in this product. You can just taste it in the composure of it.
So you don't believe when he says the finest American blended whiskey on the market?
No. It might be the finest unaged blended whiskey on the market, but it sure as heck is not a wonderfully aged blended whiskey. I'm telling you, it tastes like white whiskey that they've either added oak chips to or they've added some sort of essence of oak to it to get it to the state they want it.
Oh, you mean like they do the Asian whiskeys?
Well, yeah, sort of. Yep.
They short them.
Yeah.
So after you open it up, like 3 months later, it's completely different. Doesn't hold its taste.
What did
Yeah, everybody got it, especially Hibiki.
light whiskey aged 2 years. So we know it's not a bourbon whiskey. Okay, for one thing, because it has no bourbon road on it anyway. So they could be using old, used up barrels. They've aged it for 2 years in to help cut costs. And when they pull it out of those barrels, it just it's taking nothing from the barrel. So they have to compensate and add to that. And 5% American aged whiskey, at least 1 year. Again, what is American aged whiskey? What are we talking about here? More than likely, we're talking about not using good barrels. We're talking about whatever it takes to do it cheapest to put it on the market that they can add enough flavor to it. And if they ain't adding honey flavor to that, somewhere along the lines, well,
Yeah, you know what the funny thing? Yeah,
I will pucker up and look for the spot. Let's put it that way.
yeah, you know what's
Probably add a little MSG to it too.
and Robert,
Yes.
Whiskey Scott, you know what's the funny thing about it? If you look at any blended whiskey, the Tax and Trade Bureau, the United States Tax and Trade Bureau says they are allowed to add flavoring, and they do not have to disclose it.
I believe that 100%. That applies right here 100%.
And I can back that up. If anybody challenges me on that, I can back that up 100%.
Well,
You and your old
I would never question you on that. You spent more time
have been edited.
researching that than I ever have.
Yeah,
I mean, I know a little bit, but my research is enough.
Right, yeah. If you take an American blended whiskey, and it can be a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. I did the research. It can be a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. Once it becomes a blend of straight bourbon, they can add flavoring and coloring, and they do not have to disclose it. And I think a lot of people are getting hosed on that and paying buku money for American.
Wild turkey, Dave.
We see, Dave. We see.
When you don't see the word straight, you better watch out.
Yeah. Well, that's just all I'm going to drink of this. I'm not going to even finish this. So.
Oh, that little bottle. Oh, come on. Yeah.
No, I don't need to waste my palate's better reserved for something. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you one more question before we go to Jean. You got two choices. You could drink Redneck Riviera, which I see everywhere, or you could drink Seagram 7 Crown, which I see everywhere. Which one do you pick?
Oh my God! I guess I'm going to die. I'm not choosing either. Well, in deference, since it's the other's a Canadian product, are we allowed to?
No. Seagram 7.
Wait a minute. Are we allowed to mix them?
But wait, Seagram 7 Crown is not Canadian. I'm talking about the one from Indiana, the American.
Oh, I don't know about that then. But are we allowed to mix it?
No, you got to drink one or the other.
Oh, I guess I'd choose the fake honey crab.
Wait, I'm going to show you the website, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about.
Robert, that's more of a mixture what you have there.
Yeah,
Preferably for mixing with like soda and
Yeah.
other things than just drinking it straight. Correct?
I don't even know if I would do that with it. I mean, I'm not really. It's just not. Yeah, you can mix it. It's kind of sweet, the honey sweetness in it. So if you mix it with any sort of sweet, like Coke or something like that, I would probably go in with ginger, like a ginger ale or something like that, to add enough spice to kind of bring it back around. To kind of not just put sweet upon sweet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, I'm not talking about the Seagram's Canadian. I'm talking about Seagram 7 Crown from Indiana.
Did we try? We did a video one time on Seagram 7 with you. I know I did. I don't remember which one I brought. It's been too long ago, and I no longer have that bottle.
Yeah, this is an old one. This is an old one from 1934, and Diageo.
Yeah, the only Seagram 7 I know that I can remember having was the Canadian Seagram 7, because we drink 7 and 7.
Oh, you talking about Seagram's VO?
No, Seagram 7. I always thought it was Canadian.
No, Seagram 7 is from Indiana. VO is from Canada. VO is from
always been from Indiana.
Always, yeah, always.
Okay, well, I've had 7 and 7, so I know. I would. It's been too long. I've never. I don't know. I don't want either. Please don't make me make them. Let's just be really honest.
I'll show y'all the one that's from Canada that everybody knows about.
I've had the VO. I know that one. I remember it has an odd aftertaste.
It's aged 6 years, and apparently the Seagram's people used to drink it every day when they would eat lunch, and then maybe they drank too much of it and they decided to sell the whole company. But anyway, that's the VO. This is one you see everywhere too,
Yeah, I've had that. I've tried it, and I think again it was with you on one of your
examinations. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but that's been 4 years ago at least.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I'll have to admit. Now y'all ready?
Buffalo Trace, Dave. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You see the common factor in all these that I brought out.
Straight.
You
don't see the word straight, then it ain't going to be straight. Okay. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, folks. It's as simple as that. If it doesn't say straight, then it's got flavoring. So you can deal with that or not deal with it.
You're getting fooled.
Yeah, but that is a straight. No, that is a little bit. All right, Bernheim. This is a famous old brand, John. A famous old brand.
Yeah. Sorry for the glare. Sorry, y'all.
No, I can see it fine.
Yeah. Wheat whiskey. It's a wheat.
Bottom, baby, bottom.
Yes. I got the website up from the Heaven Hill Distillery, Jay. It won gold for double gold for its in 2019.
But it didn't win gold for the 200 meter.
Consumer's Choice in 2020.
All right, cool.
Double gold in 2021 and 2022. And at San Francisco World Spirits Competition, it won double gold in 2021, 2022. I'm trying to expand it a little bit here. The SIP Awards Consumer's Choice in 2020. I guess that was virtually during that time, during the scandemic, according to you, Jay.
Yeah. According to anybody with a brain.
SIP Assembly double gold in 2019. All right. So this is, again, 90 proof, so 45% ABV.
It's a wheated
This Heaven Hill Distillery original is named for the famed Burnham Distillery here in Louisville, Kentucky. 7-year-old wheat whiskey. Bernheim original is the first new style of American whiskey to be introduced since Prohibition. Aged for 7 years in our traditional open rick houses, Bernheim's mellow taste is refreshingly smooth when served straight or in cocktails.
So, John, I have a question in regards to this whiskey. How do you think it goes against Weller?
Weller's a wheat whiskey.
It's also a wheat whiskey. It says right on the bottle it's a wheat whiskey.
Wait.
I brought Weller. I bought Dave and Jay and everyone else. I remember bringing Weller to the Fandango Friday or Thundering Thursday, whatever day this. And I really enjoyed Weller a lot. But so far, it's giving me kind of that same sort of feeling.
Slow down. Weller is replacing rye. Wheat is replacing rye in the mash bill on Weller. It's still a low percentage. Bernheim wheat whiskey has a high percentage of wheat. In other words, it's got instead of over 50% corn, it's got over 50% wheat. And I'm not sure the mash bill. I don't think it's a pure wheat mash bill, but it is predominantly.
So if we go over 50 and 50,
malted rye thrown in.
What percentage are we adding to it?
Okay, listen. Let me explain it. Whiskey Scout's definitely right. It's not a wheated whiskey. It's not a wheated bourbon. A wheated bourbon is still 51% or higher corn. Bernheim is a straight wheat whiskey, which means it is at least 51% wheat. It's a wheat whiskey. It's like a wheat beer. It's mostly wheat.
Time out. I was just asking a question. I didn't need all this it's like Peter Britannica definitions, all this. I was asking his opinion.
No, but we want to differentiate between a wheated bourbon and a straight wheat whiskey.
That said wheat whiskey right on it.
I've reviewed both.
Weller,
I tell you,
so
that
Weller is what? A
wheated bourbon.
Let's check and see.
Okay,
Yeah.
bourbon. Okay,
It's a wheated bourbon. It's not a wheat whiskey.
wheated bourbon, and
Well,
this
we're
one is
doing
a
whiskey,
wheated whiskey.
another a bourbon as well.
Wait, you're approaching it from
Bourbon a whiskey and whiskey a whiskey.
No,
And
that's like,
Scotch whiskey.
no, that's like saying
Aren't
no.
we all just whiskeys? So why can't we all just whiskey along?
No, you're coming at it from a backwards approach. I mean, it's like saying people from Kansas are in America, so Californians are Kansas.
No, huh?
All right. So, all right, Sean, just describe it.
All right. Okay.
I don't like that, Ron. That's pretty.
Bright amber color. Mildly sweet, hints of vanilla and honey. Taste of hints of toffee, berries, and spice. Finish of toasted oak and elegant warm. Yes, it does have that taste of oak, and it does go down warm, but I'm not getting any of the berries that they mentioned in this, the taste. I definitely get the toffee and definitely get some of the spice in it since I've been sipping while you guys have been giving your reviews. Mildly sweet, agree, and definitely hints of honey and vanilla. So nice color, as you can see here. I don't have it on ice. I'm drinking it straight. I've had it on room temperature. So, all right, here we go, everybody. Cheers. Perfectly smooth. Again, you get some of that oakness, as they mentioned in this. That toasted oak. It goes down very warm in it. You get the toffee, you get the spice. Now, if I add ice to it, I might get some of the berries in there, and more of that. But I don't know. This is something that's not going to. I don't think really needs any ice into it. By the way, Brian, thank you for the bottle. He's watching. Brian, hope you feel better. I know you got this little situation today with while you're walking your dog.
See you later, Herbie.
I hope you feel better. But anyway, I know he's watching, and know he gave me the bottle. So this isn't bad. Not getting the berries. I get the spice. You get the slight toffee in this. The vanilla and the honey. Now, if I add the ice, everything probably will change, but this is pretty good.
I don't think I've ever had a wheat whiskey.
I mean, the Weller. Now, Robert, when you mentioned the Weller, I'm glad you brought that description because I really enjoyed that Weller one time, and that was the first thing I came to mind when I was sipping on this, and that was the first thing because I remember having that Weller wheat whiskey. And
Weller comes across to me as sweet cornflakes. It's like cornflakes that you literally pour out of a cornflake box, but they're really it's as if you added sugar onto it because the wheat brings a lot of softness and a lot of sweetness that the rye component does not bring. Versus Bernheim, what I remember because I did a review on it a long time ago. What I remember about it was just kind of too sweet of a whiskey for my palate. There was nothing, I don't think, really wrong.
The Weller or the Bernheim?
The Bernheim. The Bernheim, I agree with you on what I remember, the toffee notes. I definitely go with that on it. But just a lot of smooth, sweet whiskey. And I like my whiskey to have a little more bite to it than that. But that's just a personal thing. Again, we're dealing with personal palates.
So you're saying Weller.
To get different opinions. That's what I
Right,
want to say.
exactly.
So you're saying Weller.
You would prefer the ones that are less refined, like not necessarily anything past 10 years, because then they start filtering out the taste and everything. In my opinion, what makes it a whiskey or a bourbon?
What? I didn't get all that.
All the flavor notes that you get from a whiskey or a bourbon. See, I've been drinking whiskeys and bourbons for a long time, and I remember when Jack Daniels was really good, and all of a sudden, all those really good whiskeys are all high end. They're all over the place, and we wound up with something that's basically corn whiskey with flavors and colors.
Yeah,
So,
but
This is good.
your
This is
description,
enjoyable.
what you said is that you don't want it as refined. You want it more like robust.
No. Well, I want the rye. The rye brings a spiciness to that wheat can't bring. That's the difference between the two.
The pepper note, the
And I
spice.
don't prefer too much. I mean, you can go overboard. Like if you have 51% corn and 45% rye and like 3% malted barley, I'm not going to like that either. That's too much rye. I like a balance in it. I want enough rye that I can taste the rye, feel the rye, but in a bourbon, for me. But
Now, are you saying that? Are you
So
saying
would
that
like this one, which was a high rye?
that's a good. Wild turkeys are
High
excellent.
rye. This is a mix.
Yeah, but you're only dealing with I think 30% rye in that, and that's between 25 and 35% is really pretty much.
To me, this
zone.
is almost perfect American Kentucky whiskey.
Oh yeah, it's back in the Army in '86. I was drinking
much
Jim
better
Beam.
than this.
now, Robert? Are you saying that you found that Weller tasted a little bit like Frosted Flakes?
Oh, it tastes like cornflakes with sugar.
Flakes.
Which is
I
not
thought
Frosted.
Weller was really good.
But isn't that what Frosted Flakes is?
Nah,
Corn.
they kind of
Frosted Flake tastes like
cook
sugar.
that. They cook the sweetener onto the flake. There's
Oh,
a difference
okay,
between that.
okay,
If you think that cornflakes and frosted flakes, cornflakes with sugar and frosted flakes are the same thing, take and add sugar to your frosted or cornflakes and have a bowl of cornflakes. You try
Robert,
both of them. If
Robert,
you think they taste the same, you
Robert, you're trying to explain to someone who loves to eat Pop-Tarts.
Well,
No, but I agree. I agree with what Robert's saying. I have to do a taste test to see because
Well, Mama pulled that on me when I was like 6 or 7. It's the same as Frosted Flakes. Here's cornflake and sugar.
There's some people that add sugar to their grits. So
It's nowhere near the-
I don't get that either.
Frosted
Okay,
Flakes.
I'm sorry. This is
Sugar and everything up.
this is John's. Hey guys, this is John's. We gotta let him finish.
no, he likes it. John
This
likes
is
it.
way too much sugar in my opinion, but I'm enjoying the
It's not
conversation, especially listening to you, Robert, in terms of how you breaking down this because obviously you're more experienced with this. And when I had the Weller, I really enjoyed it. And when I saw this wheat, there's just the name wheat, and I remember drinking the Weller because it was weeded. I thought kind of the same thing, and I really enjoyed the Weller more so. I do enjoy this, but the Weller was more, just slightly. But since you broke it down,
taste profile.
Since you broke it down in terms of what it is between these two brands, the Benheim and this one. Bernheim, excuse me, between Bernheim and this one.
Burn them, man, burn them.
And it makes
I don't know, burn them.
Well, maybe, but I really I thought the well was a lot better, but I really enjoyed this one. Little bit, like I said, the ABVs were strong, but overall pretty decent. I don't get the berries again. If I add a little ice to it, maybe I'll get the berries and whatnot. But
Well, don't feel bad because I taste these products and I read their tasting notes, and it almost never matches up. With.
Amen, brother. I don't know what they're trying to sell us, but
Now, one more thing about the Weller and the Bernheim. Weller is a wheated bourbon, so it's going to have a higher than normal amount of wheat, whereas Bernheim is mostly wheat. It's not a bourbon. It's a wheat, straight wheat whiskey. It is majority wheat. So they're related. They're related, but they're not related. They're a different type of whiskey. They're a different type. Bourbon is corn whiskey. Wheat whiskey is, well, you guessed it, wheat. Okay. And rice whiskey is ding, 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 rice. Okay. But anyway, back to this jewel in the rough, this diamond in the rough. Well, some people may disagree with that, but back to this rich and rare. It's rich. I don't think it's really rare since I didn't have to really look for it, but it's a marketing thing. It's
nice.
I'll give it a little bit more pour. Pours like syrup because it's kind of like what it is. Sazerac is an interesting company. They handle Pappy Van Winkle products, and then they handle like the lowest of the low. But they making money, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not going to pretend like this is a bad product, but I'm also not going to pretend that it's some kind of like gourmet product because only a fool would think that.
Oxymoron.
Right, it's an oxymoron. I don't know how that applies, but we'll note that in our files. I mean, it's all right if you have standards like mine. That's a loaded statement. It's all right, I mean, it's.
I was just thinking.
I mean, David is right. I do eat Pop-Tarts, but
I'm thinking about David's statement, oxymoron, and I'm thinking David's right in some ways. It's a moron on Oxycontin.
Oh, a moron on Oxycontin. Well, you see, folks, when people have enough beverages,
I have not. I've had one sip. I'm not.
You better finish that Redneck Riviera. We do not waste whiskey on this channel. All right.
Especially these part boys. They don't play like that.
I would recommend this if you have a spirit of adventure. But I would not. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even recommend Crown Royal Apple if you were taking something seriously. I don't know why people take Crown Royal Apple seriously. It's like, oh, man, I drank some Crown Royal Apple last night. That stuff was good. And I'm thinking, yeah, like Apple Jacks. It's like perspective. It's like how you look at things. It's like, no, it's not really that good. But anyway, it's good. And it's
get that liqueur that's called Apple Jacks, and I'm gonna present that one.
Oh, that's an apple brandy. Now that's not even a liqueur. That could be an actual liquor. It could be an actual liquor. All right, but anyway, I'm going to give it a good score. I mean, it's not a product that's meant to be taken apart too much. That's why it's $7.99 for a full size bottle. I'm going to give it a 86 out of 100. It's good, but it's just good. It's good. I like it. I'm going to drink the whole bottle. I'm going to put the rest of it in coffee. If anybody wants to come over here and try it, feel free. Oh, I got to get the thing to show y'all for my promo. Hold on a second. Let me go put this back in the freezer.
Coming in the future,
You want it cold.
Louisiana whiskey reviews. I foresee a taste challenge or a review on both at the same time.
Two different products. You're going to get they're very different flavor profiles.
I know. I'm just going to talk about how great they are. Sometimes you just got to do that.
Yeah,
All right. So
one's high risk and the high rye, the other one's rye.
so Sunday we're gonna do Super Sunday. Anything you want to bring, you can literally bring hot tea and review hot tea. Next Wednesday is beers for hot weather. Any beer you think would be good for hot weather, and I bought mine today. Bring it. Next Friday, another Fandango Friday, and then 2 weeks on Wednesday, the 21st, we have Pacifico. We're going to examine Pacifico beer from Mexico. Man, I've been enjoying that Pacifico so much. I have to admit, it is better than you would expect for just a Mexican beer. Now, tomorrow morning at dawn, when I should be asleep, I'll be reviewing this WD Liquors rum, imported rum. It actually is doing pretty well. It's not doing too bad. Although you would assume it would be terrible, but it's not actually. And then we're going to be getting into horror movies. And this is The Infinite Ghost. This is a very controversial ale in some social media. This is from Louisiana. It's 8%. It's using citroterpenes, and it's got people all in an uproar, and it's very expensive, and it's probably not.
I've been reading up on that too.
It's probably not going to be
reading up on the fact that a lot of folks have stated that it's a lot like the original Ghost, whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means. $22.99 for that 4-pack of those pint cans. So that's it for me. I got no. What the hell?
Get rid of that. Get rid of it, Jay.
It's so much better than Redneck Riviera.
Get rid of it.
All right. Next, we have Absolute Pineapple Martini.
Yes, indeed. Here it is, the can. Absolute Pineapple Martini. Ready to drink cocktail. 10% ABV, and it's quite good. I'll give it a 92.
Ooh, yikes!
Yeah, I'll give it an A. It's worth
an A. With Absolute vodka, or is it a malt beverage?
No, it's
vodka.
Yes, it's real. It says right on the can, real Absolute vodka, and natural flavors and some fruit juice. So anyway, the pineapple martini, which I've never had. I don't drink many martinis anyway, so I've never even tried a pineapple martini, but this is good. It's tasty. I like pineapple, and you can taste the pineapple in it. And like I said, it's kind of light and refreshing type of drink, good drink for summer. So, I would recommend these Absolute cocktails. They're pretty good, $2.50 a pop for each drink, 4-pack for $10. But if you want the convenience of not having to mess with mixing your own drink, and you just want to open something up and pour it out, you're good to go. So I like the Absolute drinks. I recommend them. And anyway, as far as promos go, I have a channel here as well, Elbow 88. So feel free to check that out. I do some music on the channel, play some piano, and do beverage reviews as well. Tomorrow night, Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, I've been doing a show where I just turn on the old computer live and play some songs and have some fun. So I'd be pleased if you join me on a Saturday night at 11 o'clock Eastern. But anyway, folks, again, It's August. We're still in the summer. Preseason football is starting. I'm happy about football season coming back. And my baseball team, the Rays, they're really not doing much this year. But anyway, guys, always a pleasure to be here and enjoy my Fandango Friday experience. And cheers to you all out there. Cheers.
Cheers to you. Thank you very much. And I'm going to say one thing real fast. They were talking about Crown Royal Blackberry whiskey liqueur. Whiskey, they call it whiskey. I'll tell you the truth. I would rather drink this Rich and Rare Reserve. Rich and Rare Apple than Crown Royal Blackberry, which I found was rather bland. So, and it costs way more. So, nah. $25.99 for Crown Royal Blackberry versus
no.
It's the hype. It's the hype, Jay.
Yeah.
All about the hype.
Yeah, and $7.99 for Rich and Rare Apple, which has a better flavor. Now, I'm just telling you straight up, it has more flavor. Crown Royal had virtually, well, it had flavor, but it didn't have much. It did not have much. Okay.
Go, Dave. Don't pause.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was my turn or not.
No,
All right, guys. Tonight we are looking at Loaded Canyon Distilleries, Carlito's Revenge peanut butter whiskey from that St. Petersburg area in Florida. It has a little Florida stamp there. It's coming at 35% alcohol. Yeah, this is good. I mean, if you like peanut butter whiskey, you're going to love this one. It's rich. It holds flavor. You drink it. You taste peanut butter.
Damn.
It goes over the palate. Man, it still tastes like peanut butter. I added ice to it. It's melted, or it's in the process of melting. It still tastes the same if you drink it without ice. So I imagine you're going to have to put a lot of ice in this, dilute it down. It's almost like that, kind of got that syrup consistency to it. Yeah, I like it. I would buy this again if I saw it somewhere. I don't know if I continue to buy it because to me, peanut butter whiskey is one of those novelties. You know, once you have it, it's like, okay, I had peanut butter whiskey. But for the price, I mean, I found this in a discount rack. I paid $12.99 for this.
Really?
Most peanut butter whiskeys are running you $25 plus. So this one's really good. I would give it an A minus, probably a 91, just because I don't like the fact that it's kind of like syrupy consistency. I wish it was a little bit more follow through, like whiskey. You know, whiskey is a little bit lighter, a little bit more watery when it comes through. This just kind of sticks around on your palate. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I've been drinking water the whole time I've been sipping this.
Yeah, they're all like that. All those peanut butter whiskeys are like that.
It's just thick, you know, but the peanut butter flavor is amazing. You get just this, like, if they took the entire peanut butter whole and everything in it and just grind it off, that's what you get. You get that earthiness from it. You get that kind of that kind of rustic that you get from the shell, the sweetness of the peanut butter itself, the oil and everything. You know, it's good. I mean, you know, if you like peanut butter, you're gonna like this. So,
Hey, would y'all like to try to make a peanut butter whiskey? Like, we'll take whiskey and put peanut butter and let it soak in there for a while. I might try to do that.
no, I'm okay.
Hey, Jay and Dave and Elbow and Robert, 99 Brands does a pretty good peanut butter whiskey.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna look for that one.
Okay.
Peanut butter liqueur.
Yes. I remember bringing
Yeah,
one through Fandango Friday.
I'm not on board 99 Brands, but if
I thought
you
it
guys
was really
I'm not
good.
gonna tell you no. I tried a few of their flavors, and it's like,
Yeah, I might try that one, Sean.
yeah,
I might try.
to me, it's like drinking alcohol mixed with Kool-Aid. So,
Hey.
Hey, Sean, I might try that one, and I might try their peppermint. 99 Brands peppermint. I can get it for 99 cents. So
enjoy, Jay. Enjoy.
you know me, I probably will. Really.
I know you will.
All right.
Redneck Riviera. Here it comes, our showcase of the finest ingredients, because they said that on the website.
I will take one sip just for you, Jay.
All right. I'm an influencer.
Chug it, baby. Chug it.
I can drink it even though I don't like to drink it. It's the borderline of between what I would never drink again and what I will drink. Give it a 65.
Woof.
So would you say it would be a pretty good mixer or not
It's
so much?
a solid D. It's not quite an F. It's a
So
solid.
would it be higher if it was a mixer?
No, because I don't drink mixer for mixers.
Fair enough.
That's one thing I won't. I mean, you can't give me a whiskey called a mixer and expect me to grade it on its mixing ability because I don't mix my whiskeys very rarely.
So, Robert, talking about blended whiskeys, you ever tried any of those TX blended whiskeys?
Yeah, they're better than this.
Yeah, TX?
Much better. I reviewed one of the TX blended. A guy gave me a bottle, another geologist that lives in Texas. He gave me another bottle of TX. I didn't have the heart to tell him that I've already had a bottle of it. So I took it graciously.
So you say thank you.
I said, but he's kind of proud of it, but he lives in Texas and he likes TX whiskey. So it has a heavy pecan note on it. And that it's not bad. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just not it's not something I would personally spend money on again, but I did not enjoy what I had. That put it that way.
Jay, did we take something that had a pecan note, like a heavy pecan note?
It has not a heavy pecan note, but it has a pecan note to it. You can actually taste. I don't know if they had pecan staves to the I don't know. I don't know how they, but there is a distinctive pecan note to it. And it's not bad.
Hey, Robert, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Total Wine and More has Total Wine and More has 51 reviews from their customers on this Redneck Riviera.
Yeah.
And it gets a total score of a 92.
Oh, no. No.
But those...
I tasted this before, and it's exactly like Robert says. It's based off...
We're in the business
I'll be right
They're
back.
in the business of selling
Right
whiskey.
back.
Do you think they're going to put a low score on there?
Yeah, they'll put. I do think that because I've looked at Total Wine's website and they'll put scores in there where people say this is trash. It tastes like gasoline, and they'll keep it up there. They won't take it down.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. I'll leave it at that.
I'm not saying that the people buy. But wait, I'm not saying the people buying their whiskey have good taste though.
Right. Well, I don't know. I'll just tell you my opinion on it. That's all I can tell you.
But on distiller.com, the score is a 61.
I'm in the ballpark. That's a little more correct score. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's just.
Here's a recent 2024 review for Redneck Riviera on a distiller. Thin and bland with a very short finish. Makes you wonder if this is actually vodka briefly finished in oak.
Grain whiskey finished in oak. What am I telling you? And it's not finished. The oak casks are weak and they're adding some sort of, they got this new cycle now where they speed rush it, where they use electrolysis and oak chips, and they dump them in there, and with electrolysis, they turn it on, creates electrical current. It forces that constant movement of the liquid through the oak chips, and it just keeps everything kind of lightly electrified, and it speed ages whiskey. But it's not the same. That don't taste the same. You can taste the speed aging in it. It's not full bodied. That's probably the most correct way to put it. You don't get the depth of carrot flavor in it that you would without that thing, and this lends itself to that pretty heavily.
So
Anyway.
this other guy says passable. He gives it a. He says passable as a mixer, but lacks any real flavor and mouthfeel. I would pass on this. Just happened to be what a friend at a party had, and I tried it.
Yeah, I drink the cinnamon whiskey. What's it called? Fireball. Long before I drink this.
Oh no, and that's Canadian. Okay, well that tells us a lot.
Well, that's all right. It tastes like Fireball. It tastes like cinnamon, like it should. This is.
All right, any promos or anything?
What I put out? I put out a video yesterday. Oh, I put the one out on Yuskabal that I did on the channel. I did a full review of it, what we did last week with that Yuskabal, and I put it on the channel.
Oh yeah.
And I also got out the 16 or 15. I'm sorry, it's a 15-year-old. The other one I was telling you about. That's the 15-year-old product of Yuskabal. I haven't opened it yet. I got it out, looked at the bottle. But
what region is that from?
It's a blended malt, though. It's not a blended whiskey. The Yuskabal Reserve, what I tried and tasted last week on the blended, that had grain whiskey in it. This is strictly blended malt Scotch whiskey. So this is going to be more along the lines of, I would expect Johnny Walker Green Label, because it's 15 years, just like Johnny Walker Green Label. So we'll see if it's a little bit better, a little bit less distinctive. The Yuskabal is not bad. It's just a very distinctive whiskey, that Reserve, and I got to say, I've not had that flavor profile in that style of whiskey ever before. So that made it unique within itself.
Really? Now, what do you think, Jean, about the Bernheim 7-year age wheat whiskey?
I mean, again, thank you, Robert, for the breakdown of these two between Bernheim and the Weller.
Well,
I would not have known that.
You're
Seriously,
welcome.
the difference in terms of the style and everything, what it is, but given to me for what it was, for what it is, I'm going to go 92 out of 100. I think this is really good. Just simple. Like I said, I didn't add any ice since you guys have been giving your assessment on some of your products. Maybe the ice will probably bring a little more flavor enhancement to it.
There's nothing wrong with adding ice. You can add ice and give pour your 2 little cups, one without ice, one with, and you're going to appeal to people. I do add ice on rare occasions, so don't think that it's
I
never.
I find that adding ice will freeze the note per se,
But certain things
but
certain
water
things
will open it up.
bring
Right.
a little more flavor to certain things, right?
It does. There are.
So
You got all kinds of congeners in there that's going to react different ways to different temperatures to provide.
now, Jean, where are you about to go drive?
I'm about to drive back to my apartment. I'm going to drive around the complex and back to my apartment. No, I know. I'm in for the night tonight. I'm going to watch the Olympics and just chill and relax, and so that's all. So no need to worry.
How about that, Katie Ledecky?
Yes, Katie Ledecky. I'll be shocked if she's back in Los Angeles in 2028. Same with Simone Biles with gymnastics, and Sha'Carri Richardson in track and field, or Noah Wiles. Noah Wiles probably, we'll see him in 2028. But Katie Ledecky, she is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
As a swimmer.
Every world record she broke has been her world record. She said,
no doubt about it. And
last 23 or 25.
she deserves the same, yes, but she has the same amount of respect, if not more, than Mr. Phelps, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, same amount, because he's questionably a great swimmer too.
So as far as the promos, guys, I still got like I said, I haven't done a lot of beer reviews lately. I've just been, I've just been trying to get myself together. Long story. I
Distractions.
won't talk about it. But anyway, I still got the haze from Wicked Weed. I will do a review of it probably this weekend. Maybe get some more stuff this weekend. Next Wednesday, what do we got going on, Mr. T?
Beers for hot weather.
All right.
Beers for hot weather.
There's too many things to think about. I would say bring a chelada or
Beers
bring
for
a
hot
sour ale. I know one sour I could bring or a chelada I could bring that I think would be perfect for the summer weather.
Beers for hot weather.
Or, Bud Light. I could make a case for that. Or whatever.
Well, that would be a good hot weather beer.
So
John, your score on the whiskey you just did.
Yeah. I just gave the score.
I have questions about your score.
Okay.
What brought you to that? Because I'm curious to trying this whiskey. What negatives did you find in it that brought it down to a 9?
I didn't get anything that they talked about in this in terms of the berries they talked about.
Okay.
The berry
So
flavor.
it was the lack of the berry note
Yeah.
that brought it down.
Yeah.
Okay. And what berry note were you supposed to get off of this?
Probably maybe some
Maybe.
raspberries or
But look, you don't get it. How does he know what the berry note's going to be?
Indeed.
You got to think about
They
it.
mentioned berries.
Isn't it
I'm
listed?
giving you the name of the berries. Whether
it
they
listed?
raspberries, blueberries,
Where they
raspberries. Who knows what they add on to it. So
Okay.
So
there was no berry note in
Right there, David. It says hints of toffee, berries, and spice.
Can somebody make the font on this bigger? We already discussed this a couple weeks ago. Can we make
I
the
can
font a
read
little
it.
bigger? We can.
Not
we
the
can
font.
read it.
not
I can't
the
read it.
size.
All right, let's not kick a can around about I
Get you
can't.
some new glasses, man.
So, yeah, but it does have the
Where
oak.
do you live?
It does have that warm finish
All right,
going
come
down
on,
the
right
end.
there.
Again, if you add ice to it, I probably won't get the warm note going down.
I still don't see any
Probably
berry note.
will
What are you
get-
talking about?
I probably will get the toasted
Highlight
oak.
it.
I
It
still
just
have-
says berries. It doesn't say what berries.
right.
Right.
So
So
anyway, I will probably get the berries if I add the ice to it, but I do get.
it also says spice, but we don't know what spice. Could be
right.
like
They're probably certain the spice like maybe
pumpkin spice.
coriander, could be
Holiday
nutmeg, could be cinnamon, whatever feel. But I do
Oh,
get
here we
those
go with the elusive cinnamon again.
Hey, it may be in there.
You want to taste cinnamon? Drink some Weller 107.
So, but anyway, that's what I have. I will join you Super Sunday,
It's not a
10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific with something, and
You want to taste some cinnamon?
cinnamon. Yeah, Fireball. Yeah, that's
and of
true.
course I will join you Wednesday.
Or I got an old
You know
school.
what? Wednesday. You know what, Jay and everybody. Wednesday might be a question mark because I got some things I'll be doing.
Uh-oh.
Remember this one?
But
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
let you, Wednesday. I'll be joining
Never
you.
tried it. Seen the label.
The beers for summer. So I will let you know. Anyway, thank you guys. Always
Last.
a lot of fun joining you. Robert, Elbow, Dave, Mr. T. Always a lot of fun. Here we go.
Yeah, it was a good hangout, and I liked all the products that y'all brought, even though I haven't tried them. You know what I mean? I liked hearing about them. I've never had the Redneck Riviera, although I see it all the time. I've never had Bernheim. I have had a few of those Absolute pre-mix, and those were really good. If you watch my reviews, I really gave good scores to the. Of course, I had Rich and Rare Apple since I brought it. Carlotta's Revenge Peanut Butter. No, I've never had that, in fact, at all.
You
But-
never had this one.
Seen it.
I tried Jack Daniel, yeah, but I only had 1 ounce of it, so I didn't really have it. They were so stingy at the distillery. When I went on the distillery tour, they were saying, we're going to let you all try samples, and they give you like 1 ounce, and you couldn't really taste, but even Jack Daniels admitted on the tour, the guy said, you know how we make this whiskey? And nobody knew.
Red Hots.
He said, we take Jack Daniels whiskey and we pour a bag of Red Hots in it and let it soak.
The guy around here said at the local distillery about their beer they made. Same thing.
So that's how they make Jack Daniels Fire. They take Jack Daniels and pour a big bag of Red Hots candies in it, let it soak for probably a week, and then there you go.
I have a friend who makes applesauce that way with Red Hots in it. It is good.
Oh, Red Hots.
Yeah, and applesauce, it is good.
Now, how does he get the He takes apples and crushes them up and
I don't know the process for making applesauce. I just know he said his secret ingredient's the Red Hots he puts in, and everybody likes it. And I agree. He gave me I purchased a jar from him.
Oh, yeah. Well, I bet that's good. No, the new Schlitz is not the same as the old Schlitz. Nope.
Nope, it's not. Same old shit. It was the shit.
All right. Well, thanks, folks, for watching. It's been fun. And we'll be back soon with another exciting taste challenge at Fandango Friday.
Sean is out driving around.
You want to get on that 4-wheeler and head up on down Peachtree Expressway. All right.
Woo, woo.